rise and shine.
Hello and welcome to my channel. It is 6:20 a.m. and today I'm going to take you on a shift with me to a corona ward. So I'm just in the hospital now, making my way towards the ward. First there'll be handover where we hear from the night staff how the patients are doing, who needs extra attention, who's ill, etc, etc. The hospital is so empty and there's literally nobody here. I was making my way upstairs to the oncology ward. So they didn't need me on that ward because there was only a few patients and none of them were COVID positive, so that's good. So I'm just going to another ward. So I spent the rest of my day on the kidney ward where I was one-to-one with a patient who was delirious, so they kept trying to remove their mask and I had to just make sure that they were comfortable, kept having to reassure them and make sure that their oxygen stayed on. I thought I would just insert some science for those of you who are interested. This machine that you just saw is a dialysis machine and it does the job of your kidneys if your kidneys don't work. So it takes out your blood, filters it through that cylinder that you see and then puts your blood back into your body. So I'm on my break and apparently there's free food in the canteen. So wherever there's free food, me there. And then for my dinner break, I had chocolate cake and lentil curry, which looks dead here, but was yummy. This is the PPE situation: mask, gloves, apron, and sometimes hairnet. Oh my goodness, it is now 8:30. The person that was replacing me was running late. I am parched, my skin is dry, my ankles are tired. But I'm on my way home now.
Please clean your hands with the antiseptic rub provided at all entrances. Doors opening.
So now this is the part where I was on my way home and I'm just going to answer some of the questions that I got via my Instagram about volunteering / taking shifts during this corona time. Sorry that it's really shaky. I don't have my stabilizer. And sorry that I was out of breath for the whole thing. Apparently fitness is not my forte. So with a lot of the people with corona, you know, they still have the diseases that they already have. Like those diseases haven't just disappeared because of corona. So some of the patients in the hospital, it can be people who are ill but are COVID negative, people who are ill but happen to be COVID positive, but the COVID is not doing anything to them, or people who are in ICU, ITU, who are really suffering and dying directly from COVID and any of their underlying issues. I was not on ICU or ITU, so I have not seen that level of madness. I think that I would be kind of scared to go on there. But I was hearing from one of the renal, because I was on renal today, which means kidneys, and one of them was saying that one person on dialysis was also suffering from COVID, and then the staff was really suffering because she had to be in PPE, like the whole spacesuit, for 3 hours, because when you're on dialysis you have to be on it for 3 hours. So it's really difficult. I was talking to one of the nurses earlier and she had marks on her face because of the PPE, and also it's really difficult because you sweat a lot in basically those spacesuits, but you can't drink that much, otherwise then you have to go to the toilet and then you'll have to change all over again. So all of my immunocompromised patients today, because they were renal, and in the morning I was on oncology for a little bit, which means cancer, they're immunocompromised, so they get tested straight away. So that's good. Then the staff don't get tested. But to be honest, I don't know how often one would test the staff. I don't know what other countries are doing or other areas are doing. Comment below if maybe you are working in another country and tell me what the protocol is there. But the infection protocol, washing your hands and the PPE is the same for everybody, because by everybody I mean whether on a COVID negative or a COVID positive ward, you are still having the same hygiene standards, because as healthcare workers, we're not tested, so we don't know whether we're harboring COVID, and the same hygiene standards just apply for everywhere. And the same PPE is for every ward, apart from ICU, as I said before, which is a different kettle of fish. People were worried, were asking me like, oh, they don't know whether to volunteer or to work because they live with their family members, so they don't want to give it to their parents who may be older. At the moment I'm living by myself, so that's not an issue of mine, but yeah, I would definitely say to consider that. People were wondering whether if they volunteered, whether they would just be getting in the way, and I would say no, not at all. Like, the staff are really friendly at the moment. Well, they always are, but especially now, it's just kind of like good spirits. And yeah, lots of free food. As mentioned before, a really big shout out and thank you to the local restaurants who are cooking meals to provide free lunch and dinner for us healthcare workers. And lots of cake and tea and hot chocolate and all of that, so that's nice. Yeah, but thank you for watching the vlog. If you have any more questions, then comment down below, and stay home and stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.